Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out, episode 126. We have a great show planned for you this hour with several guests. We'll be joined in a minute by LG to chat about a new high-tech fridge that they've got. It's got a pretty cool twist. We'll get to that. Tech expert Carley Knobloch will join us, and she'll share with us some of her favorite gadget gift ideas ahead of the holidays. And I'll share some of my picks this hour as well. And last, but certainly not least, we're going to have Tony Anscombe on the show this hour. He's a global cybersecurity expert. He's with ESET, that's ESET. We're going to talk about the best and worst of 2019 as it pertains to cybersecurity. All of this and more on this weekend's Tech It Out. All right, let's kick things off. With all the tech you can buy today, you'll rarely find something we all use. You know, like I love my smart speaker, for example, but I have friends who don't want one for privacy reasons. My wife loves her Fitbit, but I don't use anything to count my steps. Video games are super popular, but not everyone is into games. You get the point. But when it comes to a fridge, everyone has one, like everyone. And so I wanted to invite back to the show LG to talk with us about a new tech-infused refrigerator, the InstaView fridge with Craft Ice. Joining us on the line to chat is David Oyegi, brand manager at LG Electronics. Welcome back to the show, David.
Thanks, Mark. It's great to be back.
You know, I'm wondering why I'm always hungry when I hear your name. We last spoke in June about the LG ProBake convection range, but now we've got you today about the InstaView fridge with Craft Ice. So before we get to that product, please talk to us a bit about the smart appliances trend overall. What are we seeing today?
What we're seeing is a lot more connectivity between home appliances and your mobile phones, your tablets, and things like the Google Assistant, Alexa, and it's something that we've adopted here at LG with appliances that connect and can send you push messages to tell you when your laundry's done or to tell you that your refrigerator door is open or allow you to communicate with it to set your laundry going and telling your fridge to make more ice, things like that, just to make your life a lot easier.
All right. Our appliances are getting smarter. They're connected to the internet, and they offer us a number of conveniences and perhaps cost-saving features as well. So let's then get specific with the InstaView fridge with Craft Ice. Now, there are a couple of hints in the name about what's neat here, the InstaView part and the Craft Ice. But why don't you walk us through its many features?
Yeah, so we have talked about InstaView before, and that is our top-of-the-line line of refrigerators. And with the View part and the Insta part, basically you knock twice, and you can see what's inside the fridge. So there are a bunch of benefits. Maybe we'll talk about that in a minute. But also Craft Ice is the new thing that's in there. We've taken our top-selling InstaView refrigerator and added on some new features, and one of them is Craft Ice, which is 2-inch round, clear ice spheres that are great for craft cocktails. And I guess two other kind of cool features that are there. Well, they really are cool features.
Yeah, literally.
It's a metal panel at the back. So most refrigerators have plastic interiors, but with a metal back, it retains the coldness of the fridge better than a plastic would. So it becomes more energy efficient that way. And maybe we'll talk about energy efficiency later. But the other cool thing is in our door-and-door, we have a height adjustable shelf now. So the bin just lifts up or down really easy so you can adjust it to your needs.
All right. Well, first of all, you had me at craft cocktails, but these are special, small, clear cubes that look great in your drinks. You may be entertaining over the holidays. So is this something that you would have this at the front of the fridge? You push your glass against the fridge for cold water or regular ice cubes or maybe crushed ice, but now Craft Ice is another option. Is that right?
Yes and no. So they are not in the door. We do have crushed ice and cubed ice in the door. And you mentioned the water as well. So we do have measured water. So if you want 8 ounces or 16 or 32, that's something that's really easy. Push a button and press it and away you go. And it easily measures out specific volumes for you. But the Craft Ice is round ice. So they're spheres. It's something personally I've been making at home for over 10 years since I first went to Japan and experienced it at some of the cocktail bars over there. But that was always fussy and messy because you have to fill up a container, but only to a certain level. If you don't fill it up enough, it doesn't give you a sphere. If you fill it too much, it overflows and flows into your freezer. But with our craft ice maker, it makes 3 2-inch spheres at a time. Takes about a day to make them, and then when they're ready, dumps it into the ice tray. And basically, that ice tray will hold about 25 spheres. If you're having a big holiday party and you fill up your 25 spheres, just put them in another container and keep going.
I have a friend who actually buys spherical ice that's clear for his cocktails. He's that hardcore about it.
Then you should.
Yeah, I got to tell him about this new InstaView fridge. Now, the InstaView part. So tell us about that, and then how it can help save energy as well.
Well, the InstaView itself can be the hit of your Christmas home party, because we all know that most of your home parties either start or end in the kitchen. And with InstaView, basically you knock twice on the door, it lights up a glass panel and allows you to see into the fridge. So there are 3 benefits of having the InstaView technology and the door-and-door technology. One, all of our InstaView refrigerators are Energy Star rated. So that means they use less energy than what the current federal standards are. So that's a good thing. So if you currently have an older refrigerator, you could be wasting energy compared to an Energy Star rated one. Second, the InstaView glass panel allows us to see what's inside the refrigerator before you open the door. So no more standing around looking and wondering what you should have for your midnight snack. Knock twice, look in and see what's there, then open the door. And then third is our cold safer technology. So by having the door-and-door, you're just opening the front panel of the refrigerator and grabbing what you need from the door-and-door. So you don't have to open the entire refrigerator. So the result of that, you reduce cold air loss by about 47%. So that helps keep food fresh longer. And if you consider, again, for holiday entertaining, you can put things like your eggnog and your beer and white wine, things that you would want to keep in the refrigerator, but you want your guests to get at. They're easy to see and easy to get without opening the whole fridge door.
Do all the LG InstaView refrigerators have that door-and-door feature?
That is what the InstaView feature is. Not all LG door-and-door have InstaView, but all InstaView have door-and-doors. So we do have door-and-doors that have metal doors, which would have similar technology, but they're not see-through because it's really hard to see through metal, unless you're Superman.
We're chatting with David Oyegi, brand manager at LG Electronics. He joins us on this program from time to time to talk about what's new with appliances, sometimes in the laundry room, this time in the kitchen. I know LG does have smart AI or artificial intelligence built into many of its kitchen and laundry appliances. Does this fridge have any ThinkQ technology, which is what I think LG calls their AI, which includes voice commands as well?
Yes. And ThinkQ is related to an app that's available both for Android and iOS. And it is something that you also can connect to your Google Home or your Amazon Alexa for the voice command. And you can tell it to start making more rice. So if you're at work and you've got people coming over tonight, you can send a command to your freezer from your phone telling it to start making more ice. Or if you know that the fridge door is going to be opened a lot and that's risking more cold air getting out or warm air getting in, you could set the freezer or the fridge to a lower temperature just to compensate for the fact that you're going to keep opening. But with your door-and-door, you're not losing as much energy.
What are some of the voice commands? Can you give us 1 or 2 examples of what you can say when you're at home? So I understand you'd use the app with your fingertips when you're not at home, but let's say you do have a smart speaker nearby.
You could ask the fridge what temperature it's set at or what temperature the freezer, or you could give it a voice command to lower the temperature. Or the push message that could come the opposite way is if you've left the refrigerator door open, you can get a push message to remind you that you or your kids have left the fridge door open.
That's super smart. Love it. Okay, cool. Finally, David, how much does the LG InstaView fridge with craft ice cost, and where can we learn more about it?
Typically, you'll see dealers selling for around $4,400 roughly. Right now, because of seasonal promotions, you'll probably see it in the neighborhood of $3,300 or $3,400. And to find out more information, visit lg.com/refrigerators.
I know it's not a tech-related question, David, but how big is the fridge?
So we have 4 models. They come in 2 colors, stainless steel and black stainless steel, and they come in 2 sizes. So standard depth is roughly 30 cubic feet, and the counter depth model is roughly 24 cubic feet.
Black stainless steel. That sounds great. And big. Those are big fridges. That's great. All right, David, thank you very much for your time. Happy holidays. And if you do feel like making craft cocktails and you want to invite me over, I might be around Christmas. So thanks, David. All the best. Happy New Year to you.
Well, cheers to that, Mark.
Well, that was subtle, right? Nice guy. We've had him on the show a couple times this year. Hey, thanks for listening to Tech It Out this hour and hopefully throughout all of 2019. If you're enjoying the show, please share the word. We are a podcast as well as a radio show. So regardless of where you are in the country or around the world for that matter, you can always subscribe to Tech It Out and get a new episode pushed every weekend. This program is powered by ASUS. It's a company that creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, including its line of award-winning laptops, desktops, monitors, smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and much more. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. When we return on Tech It Out, I'll share some of my favorite gadgets for the holidays. Stay with us.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. I went on another media tour last week where I brought a suitcase full of gadgets and gear to various TV stations to offer some holiday gift suggestions. I shared a few highlights last week from a previous tour, and here I'll tell you about 10 more cool tech toys from the most recent tour I did. There's still a few more days left to Christmas, so lots of time, even for online shopping. All right, let's kick things off. In the wearables department, I showed the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. Perhaps you'd like to be motivated to exercise more in 2020. I'd like to. Well, Samsung's latest and most attractive smartwatch will do the trick as it calculates all your fitness activity and shows you meaningful information to help give you a push. With info on its curved screen, this stylish device is also a sleep tracker, a wearable wallet you just tap to buy something at retail, and much, much more. It will slightly vibrate on your wrist to notify you of calendar appointments, social posts, texts, emails, and calls. It really is pretty, by the way, I gotta say. The price is $229. Next up is the HP Spectre X360, a versatile 2-in-1 device that can transform from a laptop to a tablet by bending back its 15.6-inch 4K LED touchscreen. In fact, you can interface with this slender Windows 10 device in numerous ways, with a keyboard, trackpad, or mouse, fingertips, voice, or with the stylus pen, which is included, to take advantage of Windows Ink. With a starting price of $12.99, though I have seen it on sale for less, this premium PC comes with a webcam kill switch as well. That cuts off the power to your laptop camera to give privacy seekers a little extra peace of mind. One of the hits of my TV tour was Hasbro's Monopoly Voice Banking. The iconic board game has been reinvented for the 21st century. As the name suggests, this iteration of Monopoly comes with a smart speaker of sorts in the shape of Rich Uncle Pennybags' top hat. It sits in the middle of the board and lets you answer questions like if you want a chance card opposed to pass and go, or you can say buy boardwalk, and so on. This speaker remembers every player's transactions and property holdings, so there's no stealing money from the banker in this version. And at under $10 on sale, it's a great gift for the entire family. Next up, most people know Ring for its video doorbells, but the company has released its first indoor camera. Small and light, you simply need power and Wi-Fi, and then wherever you are in the world, you can open the Ring app and peek in on your home, chat with family via two-way audio, or if you're going away on vacation, set up to push notifications to you in 1080p HD video quality should it sense motion. Let's hope not, right? The cost is $59. But there's also a 2, 3, and 4-pack, and for those that have more than one Ring camera, can set up multiple zones on the app. For the outdoors, there's the My D-Link Outdoor Wi-Fi Smart Plug for $39. So it's a smart plug, but for the outdoors. You simply plug in your outside tech, like patio lights or a backyard camera, and add the gadget to your Wi-Fi network through the free My D-Link app, and that's only required once. Now, you can control all your connected devices on your smartphone or tablet anywhere in the world that you've got an internet connection, or take advantage of automation options like setting schedules and timers. Featuring 2 weatherproof sockets and a USB port to charge up devices, the MyD-Link outdoor Wi-Fi smart plug also works with smart speakers powered by Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. Going back into the home, the LG C9 OLED 4K Smart TV with ThinkQ is, in a word, stunning. Available in 55, 65, and 77 inches, this super thin television delivers exceptional contrast. That's the difference between the whitest whites and the deepest blacks, as well as brightness and color, and features Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos too. Included is a Magic Remote with voice support to quickly find what you're looking for. Plus, you can summon the Google Assistant or Alexa with your voice as well. The C9 is powered by LG's WebOS 4.5 operating system, that's the smart TV platform, and features a healthy app store to download new content. The C9 starts at $14.99. If a projector is more your pace and you'd like an image up to 120 inches splashed onto your wall, Epson Home Cinema's 3800 home theater projector replicates the movie theater experience in your home. Powered by 3 LCD technology and 3000 lumens, this mountable and white projector produces sharp, ultra-bright 16:9 aspect ratio images, whether it's native 4K content or is upscaling 1080p full HD video to near 4K quality, and with high dynamic range, or HDR, for superior contrast, brightness, and color. The cost is $15.99. 2 more products to share with you. The Shark IQ Robot Self-Empty Vacuum will not only navigate around your home to intelligently and autonomously clean your carpet, tile, and hardwood floors, but it'll navigate itself back to the base to charge up and empty its dustbin for you. The base station can hold up to 30 cleaning sessions for you, so you might not need to empty the container more than every month or 2. What's more, when it detects it's running low on battery, it'll charge itself up and continue the job. At $4.49, this robot also supports voice commands and app control, scheduling, and room-specific tasks. And finally, the iRobot Brava Jet M6 helps clean your hard floors, whether you're there or not, so your home is always spotless. You simply attach either a wet mopping pad for sticky messes and grime, or a dry sweeping pad for dirt, dust, and pet hair, and your helper will do the rest. And with many of the Roomba robots, this autonomous mopper uses AI to get to know your home's floor plan and optimize its cleaning accordingly. You can even control which rooms are cleaned and when. And if you own a Roomba, models I, S, or the 900 series, after the smart vacuum is finished, it communicates with the Brava Jet M6 to then mop up automatically. How cool is that? The Brava Jet M6 costs $3.99. Well, there you have it, a look at 10 great gadgets and gear to gift a loved one or yourself this holiday season. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to continue the thread of holiday gift ideas, high-tech gift ideas, and we'll be chatting with Carley Knobloch, a well-known tech expert who we have on this program. Every once in a while, she'll be joining me to share some of her favorite smart home gadgets, things for kids as well. So we're going to get to that when we return on Tech It Out. After that, as mentioned, we're going to chat with Tony Anscombe. He is a cybersecurity expert. We've got him on the whole back half of the show because he's going to give you some useful advice on how to best protect your data and your devices in 2020. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. As you would expect in 2019 in our tech-obsessed culture, these kinds of gifts, electronic gifts, are once again expected to be popular this season. And, hey, thankfully, as a tech reviewer, it keeps me gainfully employed as well. That aside, if you are looking for some great gift ideas or maybe something to place on your own gift list, we have tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch here with us with her holiday gadget guide. Hi, Carley. Nice to chat with you again, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. I'm super happy to be back with you again, and I have a partner with some great brands to really help guide you through some of the top gadgets of the season because it is hardcore gift-giving season.
Yeah.
We've got to get going, make sure we got everybody taken care of on our list.
The great thing about tech being so popular is that there's so much out there to choose from, covering, a wide range of topics and budgets. But on the downside, it can be overwhelming for many to know what to buy that teen in their home or their partner, or even if they wanted to treat themselves to a year-end gift. It can be overwhelming. So I know you're going to share with us some of your favorites. So let's start off with smart home tech. It's super popular. Give us one or two smart home products that you really like this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think starting with security, which is top on everyone's list when it comes to the smart home stuff. It's so great to keep an eye on your home while you're away, during the holiday season especially. So I've got today the Ring Indoor Cam. It's their most affordable, and it's their smallest camera yet. You can buy them in bundle. You can buy them separately, but then also in bundles of 2, 3, or 4. So you can literally put them in every corner of your home. Then you can see, hear, and speak to anyone inside your house from anywhere. And it's Alexa compatible. It's got motion-activated video and audio recording. But if you're home, you can turn off all of those features from the app at any time, which I think is something people really like. They want to make sure that they can supervise things, but then not supervise things when it's the right time. And so the Ring Indoor Cam is $59. And then, again, you can buy them in bundles, and they go up from there. And then, I think we all want to have a cleanup crew at our disposal after a holiday party, especially. So I have the iRobot Roomba i7 Plus. It's a robot vacuum, but it has the best feature. It automatically empties all of the dirt, pollen, mold, and dust it picks up into an allergen lock bag in its base, so you don't have to get your hands dirty. It will just empty the bag for you, and the bag itself holds 60 days of debris, so you can literally forget about vacuuming for months at a time. I mean, this is the promise, right? Like, the robots are here, and they're actually doing something helpful, which is super exciting. This one's Alexa or Google Assistant enabled, and it maps your home's entire floor plan, so you can really choose exactly which rooms you want cleaned and how often. So it's incredible robotic feat. It's regularly $9.99, but they're having a huge sale right now, $6.99, beginning December 1st. So we're already there. So, and for a limited time. So that's definitely something your audience is going to want to check out.
Yeah, that's a huge drop in price, and it's a fantastic product as well. I love that you can either set it to clean your home every day if you like, whether you're there or not, or as you said, it's got voice activation, so you can just say, hey, Roomba, clean my kitchen, for example. And because you've mapped out your home through the app, it knows where the kitchen is, so to speak, and will just do that one job and then come back. So I love it. And then when it detects it's running low on battery, it will also drive itself back to the base, charge itself up, and then continue the job. It is really amazing. Rosie the robot from the Jetsons is virtually here. Love it, Carley. All right, next up, virtual reality. This is great, especially for gamers. Talk to us about what's new.
Yeah, for virtual reality lovers, I have 2 words for you, Oculus Quest. It is an all-in-one virtual reality headset. It's powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon, and trust me, the VR lovers in your life know that means awesomeness. It's totally wireless. You can be fully immersed in your VR content and games, and it's got a super easy setup, so you're going to be exploring space, paddling through the waterways of Antarctica, or having a dance-off in virtually no time at all. And you can even cast your experience to a TV or a phone, so the whole family can gather around to watch your adventures. So basically, it takes it out of just the headset and makes it into a little bit more of a group experience, which is nice. Yeah,
what's great about Oculus Quest is, unlike many other VR solutions, you have to plug it into a computer, a video game console, or snap a phone into the front. But this just lets you download games and other applications right to the headset over Wi-Fi through its built-in storage. So it's really so convenient. What's the price tag for that? And I was just going to add to that, too. It's $399, and I was going to say, too, it's just a really comfortable headset as well. Like, it feels really good on. It's not super clunky, and like you said, it's completely wireless, so you're unencumbered. It's a $399. Okay, awesome. Why don't we round out 2 more must-have gadgets on your list? One of them I just set up to review, and I wrote about it this week for USA Today, Portal TV from Facebook.
Yeah, a video calling device is such a great gift, especially for out-of-town family members. This is such a nice thing, and all the commercials now are just capturing all these great moments between people who are far away from one another. It really makes you feel like you're right in the room with them. This is the Portal TV from Facebook. It uses Qualcomm's Vision Intelligence platform to enable smart video calling from the largest screen in your home, your television. So you don't have to hover over a small laptop anymore and try to be seen by a tiny camera. It sits just below or above your TV. It lets you move around during calls and still be seen. Plus, the smart sound technology enhances the voice of whoever is talking and minimizes background noise. So if there's other things going on in your home, you can still have a clear conversation with someone. Plus, you can easily connect with friends through WhatsApp or Messenger. And then lastly, a gorgeous PC in a thin, lightweight package makes an incredible gift. I have the Microsoft Surface Pro X here. It's always connected with LTE. It's got a click-in type cover, so you can be productive wherever you are. And it's powered by the Microsoft SQ1 processor, and it has an optional Surface Slim pen, so you can get creative and sketch or draw things on the beautiful display. The Portal TV is $149, and the Microsoft Surface Pro X starts at $999.
All right, so that's Portal TV, Microsoft Surface Pro X laptop, the Oculus Quest VR headset, and then the Ring Indoor Cam and iRobot Roomba i7 Plus. Lots of options. Because this is radio, if our listeners want to see them in action, is there a website you could recommend?
Absolutely. For information on all of these products, you can head to techgifts.tv.
All right, techgifts.tv. Our guest has been tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch. Happy holidays once again, and I look forward to chatting with you a lot more.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Happy holidays to you too. See ya.
We'll be right back with more Tech It Out.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, powered by ASUS. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, including its line of award-winning laptops, desktops, monitors, smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and much more. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. Well, now that 2019 has almost come to a close, how did this past year look in the cybersecurity department? Not that good, if my calculation is correct. Saw those headlines tied to data breaches and malware, which is short for malicious software. And that included, by the way, attacks towards consumers, businesses, and governments alike. So let me introduce an expert to talk with us about simple ways to protect yourself over the holidays and well into 2020 to reduce the odds of any sort of cybersecurity issue. Joining us on the line is Tony Anscombe, cybersecurity expert and global ambassador to ESET, a leading cybersecurity company. Welcome back to the show, Tony. Always great to chat with you.
Yeah, great to be here again, Mark.
And happy holidays.
And to you.
All right, so sort of said in the intro that it was a bad year, but you're really the expert. What was 2019 like when it came to cybersecurity?
Well, unfortunately, with money behind cybercrimes, i.e. cybercriminals making money from this, it will continue to grow. And more alarmingly, I think one of my big takeaways from this year is actually ransomware and some of the local authorities, government institutions in the US actually paying the ransoms. And I'm talking about big chunks of money, Mark, $400,000 and $600,000 in two different instances.
Wow. So just to bring everybody up to speed, ransomware is when your files or your computer or other device is held hostage by the bad guys. And until you pay, usually some sort of non-traceable currency like a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, only then will they unlock your files. But the rule of thumb is that you're not supposed to pay, right?
Absolutely. We don't want to be funding cybercrime when we're paying. So if this happens to you, contact a security expert. There may be a decryptor, or they give you some tips on how to rebuild your systems. But don't fund cybercrime.
Okay, yeah. So I think a lot of people who are scared, they don't want to accept the fact that they can't access their files. So two things. One is that if it's not too late, you haven't been a victim of a ransomware attack, always back up your files just to minimize any sort of headache in being locked out of your computer. And then secondly is don't pay, but reboot your PC right away. Get off the internet and then reboot in safe mode, I think is what the rule of thumb is. That's simple enough to do that for Windows. And then you can back up your files and then assess any sort of damage at that point.
Yes, definitely fair. And I'd say if you're a regular consumer and you're in doubt, go and find the expert down the street in the computer shop and enlist their help.
Right. Good point. All right. So, Tony, the holidays are around the corner. What are some things that we should know about when it comes to cybersecurity?
Well, there's lots of things we need to be conscious of. You know, if we're out buying shiny IoT devices, the next digital assistant, or something cool that's going to automate part of our life, just make sure whatever it is we're buying in this holiday season doesn't have any known vulnerabilities. Do a little research before you go shopping, and make sure you're buying something that's going to keep you private and safe and secure.
Right. We're going to be gifting and getting new tech, like you're saying, Tony, like laptops and smartphones, or that the bad guys are maybe taking advantage of this season with related like phishing scams. But it's more of the former, I guess, that we're going to be getting new tech and we need to use it responsibly.
Well, phishing we come back to, Mark, but certainly that tech is on sale over the holiday period, or somebody's buying you something shiny and smart. Those devices, software has bugs. Those devices run software, or the manufacturer hasn't built security by design into the device.
Right.
So make sure you're buying something that when you plug it into your network at home, or you start using it, isn't actually going to be the conduit for a cyber criminal to take advantage of you.
Tony, I think some of our listeners would be surprised to learn that smart TVs are also at risk. Isn't that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a smart TV is another device in the house that's running software. These days, you can stream all your TV. You can do different things and put apps on your TVs, and communicate with your relatives through your TV. So it's another device that potentially a cyber criminal could actually come and take over. Mm-hmm. We've actually demoed a threat on a smart TV where coin miners, so people mining for cryptocurrency, potentially could infect your TV and actually run it in background, even while the TV's in standby, which is why actually here at ESET we have some technology you can install on your TV to actually make it secure.
Actually, I have that. It's from the Google Play Store through my Android TV, right? It was a free download.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very similar to the same app that you'd run on an Android phone, but in this instance, it's for a smart TV.
So you hinted earlier about phishing scams. This is where we receive an email or a text message that looks legit. It may look like it's from the bank or from the government or from your favorite online store, but in fact, it is a cyber criminal looking to take advantage of you, often older people, unfortunately, to trick them into giving out personal information. So that isn't a flaw in the software. That's what we call human or social engineering. It's a human mistake, right? Isn't that one of the weakest links in the chain?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, as humans, we like clicking on things and we like giving people our information. We're actually I think we trust by default. Mm-hmm. Where something turns up in your inbox, if the deal looks too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. It's somebody trying to lure you to a site to buy something or for them to scam your credentials. Mm-hmm. There is another growing issue out there as well, Mark, which I really think is important to mention, and that's something called SIM swapping.
Yeah, I just read about this today on Twitter. There was an article about this being a new kind of scam. So when we return on Tech It Out, Tony Anscombe is our guest from ESET. I'd love for you to explain what that risk is and, of course, how to best protect yourself from it. We'll be right back.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We're chatting with Tony Anscombe from ESET. He is a cybersecurity expert. Before the break, Tony, you were telling us about a new scam out there called SIM swapping. Can you explain what it is?
Right. So in your phone, you have a SIM card, that tiny little piece of plastic you get from the phone shop. You put that in, but unfortunately, cyber criminals have clicked on that they can go into a phone shop or contact your carrier and ask for a new SIM card. And there's very little verification that the phone companies do to get the SIM card, to issue a new SIM card. They put that in a new device, and suddenly your phone becomes deactivated, and they've got your number. Now, don't think of your phone as a phone anymore. Think about all the identity verification you do through your phone. Your SMS messages from your bank, you can reset all your online passwords through your phone. It's actually an identity verifier more than it is a phone these days. So actually stealing this very small piece of technology, through the carrier, could cause you major issues. So
how do you reduce the odds of this affecting you?
So one of the things is make sure that your phone company has set a PIN number, so that if you need a new SIM card, you have to tell them the PIN number that's on your account. Make sure you've set that PIN number. Not all phone companies do that by default. Well, the other thing you can do is where you get, you'll see on some services now, they'll offer you a Microsoft Authenticator or a Google Authenticator. So different ways of authenticating other than through SMS or through your phone in that way. Actually use one of those services. The more things you can put into those apps that are then protected by passwords and IDs as well.
Right.
You're taking away some of the leverage the cyber criminal would have by owning the SMS system on your phone.
Speaking of passwords, Tony, we're chatting with Tony Anscombe, cybersecurity expert and global ambassador for ESET. That's ESET, my favorite cybersecurity company, in fact. What are some of the things we're doing wrong when it comes to passwords across the board?
Post-it pants is a good example of
right.
I actually went into somebody's office the other day, and on a notice board next to somebody's desk was three passwords for the Skype accounts their business use. And I actually have a picture of it on my phone just for amusement, to show as an example of what you shouldn't be doing.
Right.
But obviously don't tell people your passwords. Don't write them down in that way. And make sure your passwords are complex. Create things that are passphrases, not passwords. And use a password manager. Here at ESET, we have a password manager tool where you have one secure password to unlock a vault for all the different passwords you have on different services. So you only got to remember one, but every service is then protected uniquely.
And that's the irony, is that we're told we should not be using the same password for everything, which makes sense, because if one account is breached, then the bad guys have the keys to the kingdom. They can now access all your online activity if you use the same password. But on the flip side, we're not supposed to write it down. So how are you supposed to remember these complex passwords that are not the same between all your online activity? So a good password manager app is a good solution then, unless they get hacked, which I guess is not impossible, but you don't hear about that too often. I think they have like bank level encryption.
Yeah, absolutely. And those applications are created with security by design, so that they are built securely.
What's a good example of a passphrase? Is it can you give us an example?
Well, I will. I'll use an example off the top of my head here, Mark. Brighton, where I come from in the UK, have just beat Arsenal in the UK. They beat them 2-1. So I might use an acronym for Brighton, say BRI, I might use a hyphen or some sort of symbol, maybe an exclamation mark. And then I might put ARS for Arsenal 1. And then I might put
exclamation mark.
Exactly, right. And put a hash. And it's something that I'd remember because it's a score of the team I support. So, and it was a great score. So there you go. There's a passphrase that's got no real words in it, and it's got capitals, different symbols, and some numbers in it.
Yeah, I know cybersecurity experts say passphrases are just as good, if not better, than passwords, so that's good to know and easier to remember. All right, then as we wrap up, Tony, what do we need to know about next year? How do we stay ahead of the bad guys in 2020? And please plug ESET's software as well.
Well, one of the things of staying ahead of the bad guys is make sure that on your machine you have updated the software, you have up-to-date security software like ESET's anti-malware products, and you continue to make sure they're updated. You don't let them lapse, don't let them expire, continue to make sure you have the latest versions. And that's true of all the devices around our home. Make sure you're updating to the latest versions of softwares for all devices. IoT devices, digital assistants, laptops, TVs should all have the latest versions of software on them.
All right, so it's ESET.com, ESET.com to learn more. And then WeLiveSecurity.com, and that will take you to the blog, We Live Security. Okay, Tony, wishing you a happy and healthy and cyber-safe holiday season to you. All the best. Thank you so much for your time.
That's great. Great to be here.
Well, that wraps up this weekend's Tech It Out, powered by ASUS. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up with you next weekend on Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now.